Hey everybody, welcome back to Bench Mob. Today I'm joined with
Carson Zorn.
And Kevin Rollins.
All right, so today we're going to be going over the Eastern and Western Conference Finals and then giving our predictions for the NBA Finals. So our first matchup, we're going to go over the Celtics and the Heat series. Carson, we both picked the Celtics to win this. Kevin, you went with your Miami Heat. What happened? What happened, man? What happened in this series? Give us your thoughts.
They played. It was, there were times where they never played up to their full potential. There were many games where Miami started slow, and especially in the most important game, Game 7, they started slow. They had an opportunity to take the lead, and Jimmy Butler attempted a game-winning three. I agree with his move to make the three. I think he played very well that night, but that extra shot just didn't go in, and Boston was a better team. So congrats to the Boston Celtics, GG to them and their wonderful fans, and let's see what happens in the finals.
Yeah, for sure. That Jimmy Butler shot, that was gonna be the kill shot. He went for the kill shot and it didn't happen. So what do you got on this series, Carson?
I mean, starting off with the Jimmy Butler shot, that's one of the most talked about things of Game 7 is that the Heat had that 11-0 run. Everyone was like, okay, game's done, and then Heat had that 11-0 run. I honestly don't hate the fact that he took the shot. Obviously, you'd rather he make it, but when it's Game 7, less than 20 seconds left, you got to live or die by your stars. And Jimmy Buckets, he deserves that name. Jimmy Buckets is undoubtedly a star. So you got to live and die on your stars. So I would rather have Jimmy Butler take that shot than anyone else on the Heat. If I'm the coach. So I don't hate the shot. If you're a Heat fan, you hate the result. As someone who picked the Celtics, I love the result. I just think one of the biggest reasons the Heat did not take this series is they did not play defense in the times that it mattered most. Kevin already touched on the slow starts. That's another thing. But I think the Heat did not play defense when it mattered most, and that's what ended up costing them this series.
Yeah, I agree. And, Jimmy Butler did his best 2012 LeBron James impression in Game 6, and it just wasn't enough for them. They just fell a little short.
Yep.
So moving on to our next series, the Warriors versus the Mavericks. First off, I was really caught in 4K picking the Mavs to win this series. We're just gonna act like that didn't happen. Y'all didn't see that last episode. So, Carson, what do you got on this series? I know you picked the Warriors, and rightfully so. The Warriors won.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, this was a much easier pick than, the other series, and the amount of games both series were decided in obviously shows why. I just knew that, the Warriors would be too much for the Mavs. Well, I think that the Mavs can be something special in the future. We got the emergence of Jalen Brunson, and Luka Doncic he's a star, and he's going to continue to be a star. He is the one person that deserves no slack for the Mavs losing that series. He gave it his all in every game, averaged over 35 every game. He did everything he could for that team. But the Warriors just have too many superstars, and I think they have their role players playing exactly how they want their role players to play. I just knew the Warriors would overwhelm them eventually.
Yeah, I think Luka, he averaged 32 points a game. So like you said, I don't think he deserves any blowback for how they lost this series. But Kevin, what do you got on this series? I know you picked the Warriors too.
Yeah, I think that the Warriors have been the best overall team in the playoffs. And, for the Dallas Mavericks, shout out to them. They had a good try. They had some fun in them, especially with Luka. Luka put together some amazing games, and I hope the Dallas Mavericks can get Luka some help. I think that Luka is one of many players that is stuck on a team where they're the only superstar, and they could. There's some players that really do deserve rings out there, and Luka's one of them. As for the Warriors, they had some many great players, and they got Curry, they got Clay back from injury, Draymond Green's still there, and then they got two young great players, Andrew Wiggins and Jordan Poole. Those two players have been awesome to watch, and they helped Golden State get back to the NBA Finals.
All right, it is time now to give our predictions for the 2022 NBA champion. I'm going to go first here. I'm going to say the Golden State Warriors get back to their winning ways and win the championship this season. I just feel like experience is going to win them this series over the Celtics. You know, the Celtics are still a fairly young team. Jason Tatum, 24 years old. Jaylen Brown, 25 years old. The Warriors, they've been in this situation. Clay, Curry, and Draymond, they've been here before. They know how to win a championship. I just feel like that's going to give them the edge here. Not totally writing Celtics off. Had an amazing season. I think they've done everything right so far in this playoffs. And I think they probably will continue to do everything right. But I don't see them coming through here against this highly sought team by the Warriors.
I've lived and died with the Celtics in every single one of my Eastern Conference predictions, and I've lived and died with the Warriors in every single one of my Western Conference predictions. I have picked them both to get here all the way through, so now the question is, who do I give up on? And I don't know, but I think with what you said about experience, as well as you look at it, the Warriors are coming off a 5-game series. The Celtics are going to be tired coming off a 7-game series against the 1 seed. I got Warriors in 6. It's a very tough decision. I think we're going to see some very high-scoring games, and as long as they're not absolute blowouts, I will want to watch every single one of them to see superstars versus superstars, just see, you know, Curry and Tatum trade buckets, and Draymond and Jaylen Brown and Marcus Smart, you know, everyone play their best because they're all going to go all out for that trophy. So it's going to be very hard to fully and accurately predict, you know, exactly who's going to come out on top. But I think the experience and the rest is going to give me Warriors in about 6 games.
My pick is going to be the Golden State Warriors. And honestly, even if Miami Heat won that series, I think I would still pick the Warriors because both the Celtics and Heat played very hard in Game 7. And unfortunately for both,
in this case now the Celtics, the Warriors have home field advantage. So Boston had to travel down to Miami, and now they have to travel all the way out west. And I think for a lot of the Boston players, this is new to them. The NBA Finals, they never experienced this before. As for the Warriors, you know, Curry and Clay and Dre can lead the way, and I think the Warriors take it in 5 or 6 games. And part of me also picks Warriors because I want them to avenge the Heat. And you know, also give a shout out to my older brother Michael, who's a big Warriors fan. I think they finally get back to their winning ways once again.
All right. So hopefully we're all dependent now on the Warriors. They don't make us look like fools picking them to win. So thank you guys for watching. We'll see you in the next episode maybe where we'll go over the finals and the rest of the NBA season.